It's time for Outdoors in the Valley with your host, Jim Dugan on WJER. Outdoors in the Valley is brought to you by TMK Valley Propane in Bakersville. When looking for a reliable local propane provider, trust TMK Valley Propane. Affordable, friendly, professional, all the way with TMK. Outdoors in the Valley is coming up next.
TMK Valley Propane is embracing remote tank monitors. Are you tired of going outside to check your propane tank or forget to order your propane on time? TMK Valley Propane now provides reliable remote tank monitoring technology. Let TMK Valley Propane take the worry away, provide timely delivery, and never run out of propane again. Thank you for your trust in TMK Valley Propane.
All the way with TMK, service with a personal touch.
Welcome to Outdoors in the Valley with Jim Dugan on WJER. This week, an important rule change for duck hunters on MWCD property. A look at fish tagging, why it is done, and what you should do if you catch a tagged fish. How climate change is causing the spread of disease, and Tuscarawas County is home to Ohio's Tree Farm of the Year. How you can take a walking tour. Those stories coming up on Outdoors in the Valley. Thanks for tuning in. A change for duck hunters at Muskingum Watershed Conservancy District Lakes. The MWCD banning the use of seasonal duck blinds. Only daily use duck blinds will be permitted. The ban takes effect immediately. The MWCD saying the new policy is a move towards sustainable and equitable use of natural resources by promoting fair access to the community. They go on to say the change will reduce the environmental impact of permanent structures while ensuring everyone an equal opportunity to enjoy the beauty of their wetlands along with waterfowl hunting. For more information about hunting on MWCD property, go to the MWCD.org website. Fishing will be a popular activity this holiday weekend. What should you do if you catch a fish with a tag on it? Zach Slagle is a fish biologist with the Lake Erie Fisheries Unit in Sandusky. I asked him the purpose behind tagging fish.
Biggest one is probably to learn about fish movement, but we can also tag fish to learn about their natural mortality.
What do the tags look like?
Jaw tags, and that'll just look like a metal tag on the fish's jaw. More often we use tags like bar tags or loop tags, and those look like bright orange or green or yellow plastic things that are about the size and width of like a spaghetti noodle. And then we also use acoustic transmitters.
Does tagging injure the fish?
It's a small injury on the fish potentially, but it doesn't really hurt the fish that much. So we really try and take good care of the fish because we don't want them to die or get hurt in this process either.
What should you do if you catch a tagged fish?
You can just call 1-800-WILDLIFE and they'll get you in touch with someone that can help you. Where you caught it, that can be a lat long or that can be just a general area, and then what the fish's tag number was, and also your contact information. And we can figure out which biologist tagged that fish. They'll call you back and let you know, hey, this fish was tagged here, and here's why we're doing this, and they can answer questions.
And finally, give us a research example of a tagged fish.
We tagged a handful of fish out of a bass tournament in Sandusky Bay on Lake Erie, and then we were able to track them with a network of acoustic receivers. But this particular fish actually not only left Sandusky Bay, but went up into Ontario waters within a few months, and then moved from there over to waters off of Cleveland, and then into Michigan waters. So it traveled over the course of 2 years. It moved almost 300 miles.
When most of us think climate change, we associate it with severe weather events. Now there is evidence it could be making us sick. Diseases old and new are becoming more prevalent and even cropping up in places they've never been before thanks to climate change. To escape rising temperatures in their native ranges, many animals are beginning to move to higher, cooler elevations, bringing diseases with them. This poses a threat to people living in those areas. Bird flu, for example, has been spreading as rising seas and other factors push nesting bird species inland, where they're more likely to run into other species. And finally, erratic weather patterns such as extreme drought and flooding can create conditions for diseases to spread. Tuscarawas County is home to Ohio's Tree Farm of the Year. Starkey Hollow Road near Newcomerstown is where the Post Boy Tree Farm is located. Purchased by the Schmucky family back in 2001, the farm sets the gold standard for timber management, says State Forester Jeremy Shirt.
The American Tree Farm System runs the tree farm program, and Ohio has a committee that oversees everything in Ohio, and it's woodland owners that want to manage their property for the 4 points of the program, which are wood, water, wildlife, and recreation.
Everyone is invited to take a walking tour of the farm with foresters on September 9th. That's it for this edition of Outdoors in the Valley. If you have questions, comments, or story ideas, please email us at wjer@wjer.com. Miss an episode of the show? Check out the video section of wjer.com. Until next week at this same time, I'm WJER outdoor correspondent Jim Dugan. Enjoy your Labor Day weekend.
Thanks for listening to Outdoors in the Valley with your host Jim Dugan on WJER. Brought to you weekly by TMK Valley Propane in Bakersville. Online at tmkvalleypropane.com.